Hey all, here are OS Reviews. In this video, we're taking a quick look at another solar power bank. This is the PNW215. So when fully enclosed, it looks relatively compact, but at a press of a button, it will flip open into 3 solar panels. And that is compared to many other options on the market that have just one panel on the front. So with more of the surface area covered by these solar panels, it will be able to collect more energy. And it also means if you're outdoors in a sunny environment, you'll be able to top up the battery a little bit more quickly compared to just a single solar panel design. That being said, of course, using solar panels to recharge the battery will still be far slower compared to just using a wall outlet. In most cases, at least, it will still be similar to trickle charging. It might be good when you're in an emergency or completely off the grid, but of course it will be taking many more hours as well, and if it's cloudy or if it's raining, obviously it's not going to be as effective. But an interesting backup option nonetheless. This model has a 46,800 milliamp hour capacity cell inside, so pretty large, and there's also built-in cables on the back of the power bank as well. So you don't have to even bring along extra cables if you want to just connect it to Type-C, Lightning for iOS devices, as well as even an older micro USB is built in, plus a USB Type-A that you can use to plug into the wall to charge the power bank itself. Up top, you also get some extras, including an LED torch or flashlight, plus a more conventional Type-A port, as well as Type-C. This one here is both input and output, and the versatility continues because they even give you a micro USB input for charging the power bank as well. So you can use, again, a Type-C cable, micro USB, or the included Type-A to charge the battery. There's also a small display that you can wake up to gauge the specific percentage remaining in the battery, as well as long hold for a few seconds to activate the LED torch, as you can tell there, which is surprisingly quite bright and pretty effective, again, if you're just using it outdoors. Can also be tapped once to go into a blinking or SOS mode, as well as a kind of rapid fire mode, based on your preferences. The overall build of the power bank also is decent. It's crafted out of plastic, but it has kind of a foul or synthetic leather finish to it, making it just look a bit more premium. I guess if there is one feature that's missing on this model, it would be support for Qi wireless charging, and that is simply because pretty much all the other sides are already occupied. It supports power delivery, fast charging up to 20 watts for smartphones. That being said, this is not a GaN or gallium nitride-based power bank, which I think might be a little bit of a missed opportunity considering that the capacity inside is so large. It can easily be used to also charge up MacBooks and laptops. But because the output is maxed out at 20 watts, it's not going to be really sufficient for larger tech items like computers. But again, for phones, it should still be good enough. It also charges back up at 18 watts, which is okay, and it fully tops up in around 5 hours or so, going from 0 to 100. Plus, the large capacity means you are able to, again, charge most phones around 8 times or so before the battery runs out, or tablets around 5 times. Last but not least, here's a quick breakdown of the maximum charging speeds on all of those different cables and input ports. So the Type-C port on the side of the power bank is going to be the fastest one, 20 watt output, compared to all the other cables are going to be around 18 watts or 12 watts in the case of the Lightning cable that's built in. Here's a quick demonstration of using one of the included Type-C. We're going to plug it into our device and the charging will pretty much start instantly. So that is working as advertised. And simultaneously, let's also try charging up a second device now using the other Type-C port. So now we have both of these devices charging simultaneously, and again, when battery reaches 100% on any one of the devices, it will stop charging on that particular port and continue charging the other device until it reaches full. Most phones here will reach 100% in around 2 hours or less, so it's not bad. It's just, again, I do wish that gallium nitride or GaN would have been used to get even faster charging speeds of, say, 65 watts, if not even higher in certain cases, could make it even more versatile. One benefit, though, is the entire power bank remains quite cool during charging and operation, never gets too hot or warm because the speeds aren't ridiculously quick. The LED display, by the way, will continuously also show the remaining percentage, and you are able to use features like the flashlight continuously when you are charging at the same time, or you can use the solar panels charging both the battery as well as your device simultaneously. By the way, you also get in the box included Type-C to Type-C cable, as well as a tiny little keychain or lanyard, so you can carry it more easily onto a backpack, for example, when you are traveling or on the go, and the build doesn't feel too flimsy either. Last but not least, I'll mention that in my personal testing, the solar panels were indeed decent in terms of effectiveness. They weren't too picky, even if I was near a window and placing the panels kind of pointing upwards, it was still trickle charging the battery inside compared to less sensitive panels on certain models that we've seen in the past. So placing it near a window or outdoors around an hour and a half to 2 hours trickle charged the battery by around 1 to 2% as well. So you will definitely need to be outdoors for a pretty long time if you actually wanted to use entirely solar energy to fully top up this massive cell inside. But again, just as a backup purpose when you are maybe stranded or hiking and you want to just go green a little bit or trickle charge some devices, that might still be all right. So if interested, you can check out more details in the links down below. Thanks for watching here at OS Reviews. That has been the PNW21S Solar Power Bank.